炭疽菌事件の捜査は難航。 FBI はバイオテロにつながる情報に対し100万ドルの報奨金の提供を決定しました。政府の疾病予防センターもバイオテロを警告。全米の医師に天然痘による新たなテロに警戒するよう呼びかけました。
There's been a lot of talk about anthrax in the news lately. It freaked Moby out, so we decided to do some research.
Dangerous route to think about now.
Well, I think we have to worry about the use of biological and chemical weapons against water supplies.
That's all the time we have.
Several different cases of anthrax exposure in Florida, New York, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C. We do not yet know who sent anthrax to the United States Capitol or several different media organizations.
In the United States, up until 6 years ago, you could purchase anthrax. You could have a dummy up a phony letterhead right to the outfit that could sell it to you.
There was an exposure when the letter was opened. The first field test came back as positive for anthrax. In order to confirm that, we did a second field test, and that field test also came back as positive for anthrax.
Still don't know where it came from. But the anthrax that killed 2 Washington postal workers seems to have the hallmarks of a sophisticated weapon built by someone who knows how to deliver a lead.
For days and days on Peter Jennings and other shows, they claim that they were told by many sources inside the government that tests had found the presence of something called bentonite, which is the hallmark, they said, of the Iraqi biological weapons program.
A substance which helps keep the tiny anthrax particles floating in the air by preventing them from sticking together. It's possible other countries may be using it too, but it is a trademark of Saddam Hussein's biological weapons program.
It turned out that claim was totally false. There never was any bentonite found.
The Iraqi regime has plotted to develop anthrax and nerve gas and nuclear weapons for over a decade.
And so they were aware from the start that it was almost certainly a domestic source, and yet all kinds of factions within the government and out tried continuously to depict it as something that was likely coming from Iraq, and they continued to do that for several years, even when it was clearly established that it was almost certainly a domestic source.
Federal investigators say the 2001 anthrax attacks case has been solved, even though the suspect committed suicide before he could be arrested.
Subsequently, the investigators focused on another individual who then killed himself, and although the FBI never produced any physical evidence tying that individual specifically to the attacks, they closed the case. Indeed, this investigation was botched at multiple points, which is why re-examining it is so important.